episode 25 of the Fit Pro podcast. Welcome back to the Fit Pro podcast, listeners. I am your host, Marvin Fayers, and we have reached that moment we reach every month, that is the end of the month. This is August's summary for the Fit Pro podcast. How has everybody been this month? It's been an exceptionally good month on our end. The podcast is doing great. We're doing some new things which we'll mention, but all in all, I think it's been good. How's your month been? How's everything been with you? You hitting your goals? You hitting those targets? I truly hope so, because look, the year has flown by. Not only have we now been doing this, how many months? Three months? Yeah, 3 months. We've been doing this 3 months or so, going into our 4th month. This is absolutely a learning experience for me. It's continuously growing. It's taken on a life of its own. It's getting a lot of interaction now on Twitter and Facebook, and just people talking in general, and that's what we want. We want this show to be as big as possible and help as many people as possible. Now let's get into the show. Let me just get up my notes. As always, I'm really organized. Perfect. So as always, when we start our summaries, our monthly summaries, we start off with my insights and thoughts. Now, one of the biggest things I'm seeing at the moment is obviously it's coming out of winter here in Australia, so everybody's getting on their fad diet, yo-yo diet craze. So I just want to mention a few things. So to all of you that give a fuck out there, and to all of you that know better, listen up, because consistency is king. When it comes to anything, when it comes to building a business, when it comes to building a body, when it comes to getting shredded for summer, or whatever stupid music festival you're going to, consistency is king when it comes to building something, guys. What we find here in Australia is everybody likes to get nice and shredded for summer, which is awesome, but they generally crash diet and then they blow up after a few weeks, and it just doesn't go well. And ladies, I'm talking to you ladies. Guys are generally better, but girls want to crash diet. Now, this is not everybody, but guys, it's majority. It's the minority when it comes to females that don't know what the minority know what they're doing. The majority don't know what the fuck they are doing. They're either going to jump on a treadmill and try and fucking cardio themselves to death. So one thing I wanted to mention was consistency is king, and that is over all your seasons. So you got winter that's just passing through. Just be as dedicated as you are in winter, all throughout winter, as you are in the last weeks of winter. Yeah, I mentioned this in a previous episode where the man who moves a mountain begins with small rocks, like by moving small rocks. And if you consistently move those small rocks, you'll get through that mountain, ladies and gentlemen. You will get through that mountain, and you will get the body, the business, the life you've wanted. So consistency is king, and when it comes to motivation, you fuel your motivation by being consistent, by seeing results, by seeing change. The consistency will fuel your motivation. And I saw some stupid shit on the news here in Australia. It's crazy what makes the news, but there's some dumbass that's lost weight eating fucking potatoes, and it's made news as a story. Now that goes in another direction to mention what makes the fucking news and how brainwashed society is. But fuck me, really? Eating just potatoes and losing weight, and then fucking telling everybody to do Spud Timber or whatever the fuck it is. I don't even know. Anyways, here's a major key. This will change your life if you're trying to lose weight or trying to gain weight. Alright, now you're listening? Get a pen out, get your phone out, get your Note 4 out if you've got a Samsung like me. Get that pen thing out, right? Get a pen. Get your computer, get a blank screen out, get your Windows document out, tell a friend next to you, alright? So you're listening? Life-changing stuff. Calories in versus calorie out is God, is law. Do you want me to repeat that again? Because I think it might have been a little bit too complicated for some. calories in versus calories out is king. Breaking news. I'm sure. Breaking news. But you say, Marv, I've tried that, blah, blah. No, you fucking haven't. If you tried it, you'd know it works. Right? If we're going on the calories in versus calories out model, I could eat potatoes underneath my calories that I need to be in maintenance, in being in a deficit, and I will lose weight. Eating anything, put anything in front of me, I will figure out how many calories are in the fucking thing and how many calories I need for my day, and I guarantee you I will lose weight. And vice versa, if I want to gain weight, put any food in front of me, anything, and I will tell you how many calories are in it, and then I will be able to then bulk up, gain muscle like a boss. Right? Calories in versus calories out. This is not rocket fucking science. I could write a program for anybody right now that will help them lose weight. It's up to you to be consistent. It's up to you to know that, yeah, the calories in versus calories out will make me lose weight. You want a secret? You want a secret on how to lose weight without going to the gym? Calories in versus calories out. You want a secret? You want a secret to know how to lose weight while going to the gym? Calories in versus calories out. You want a secret? You want to know how to lose weight while eating cake every day? Calories in versus calories out. Breaking news shit. But sometimes I have to mention it, and sometimes I get passionate about it because people want to make things over fucking complicated because they feel it needs to be over complicated for you to get a fucking result. It does not need to be complicated, guys. Calories in versus calories out. Get MyFitnessPal, track your shit. Oh, I don't like to track stuff. If you like to lose weight, you like to track stuff. If you like to gain weight, you like to track stuff. I don't get it. I don't get it. So I'm going to stop there. Calories in versus calories out. Otherwise, I might just name the August summary, August in, August out. It's frustrating. Beautiful. I got that. Now that I've got that out of my system. August success. We've had a bit of success this month. It's been a very different sort of month for me. I've sort of figured out where I am uniquely as a podcast host in my space, and I'm sort of hopefully you get that coming through. I think one of the big things about that was the Spitting Fire episodes. The Spitting Fire episodes allowed me to be me, allowed me to interact with the fans, and allowed me to get great content in. So if you like the Spitting Fire episodes, make sure you give us a thumbs up on the Facebook page. I look forward to the thumbs going way up. Okay, so that we're blessed. Now, Twitter is one of the biggest successes. It's constantly growing. I think we gained 150 followers, which it's not a lot in some people's eyes, but considering we started with 0 at the start of the month, I think we've done pretty alright there. And yeah, just interaction. We're getting the retweets, we're getting the likes. It's all part of the process, guys. If you don't like social and you're trying to run a business, then you don't like running a business. Okay, Twitter is very, very big. Facebook is obviously a no-brainer, but Twitter is one of those wild cards where it used to be massive, and now the crowds have sort of dwindled on it, but there is still opportunity there for those that are willing to put in the work. So Twitter was a big success for me personally. Listeners, Q&A, being able to generate some interaction between guests was amazing. I really like hearing from you guys. I've been getting some messages on Facebook, and I've chosen the best one as well and put that as a message, a question at the bottom that I will answer for you guys today. Audio quality. I hope you can hear how crispy this audio is. I've definitely bumped it up. I've definitely found the right settings that make this podcast sound good. And if you feel the same way, head to Twitter. There's a link in the show notes. Let me know how crispy this audio is. Hashtag FitProPodcast crispy. Crispy FitPro Podcast. That's what the hashtag will be. Hashtag Crispy FitPro Podcast. Boom. And consistency. I've been consistently putting out content. I've been consistently interviewing people, and I've been consistently thinking about ideas for this podcast, how to move it forward, how to move forward not so much faster, but put out a better quality content every single time. Better quality podcast every single time. And I think we're getting there. Nobody's a finished product. I spoke about this, but yeah, we're getting there. Instagram theme change. This one I just threw in because I just changed it now. And if you head to Instagram, FitPro Podcast, you'll see the new theme. I'm going with those. Do you know how you can grid some photos? So you can basically take one photo and put it over 9 spaces, and it just gives a good look. And especially for our type of podcast, for our type of business, I don't think it needs to be individual little pictures. I want it to stand out. I want it to be in your face, and I want people to go, "Oh, what's that? Let's go look." So if you like that, again, well, if you head to Instagram and search for FitPro Podcast, we should come up and you'll see the latest post. Let me know what you think in the comments below the pictures, and hopefully we can keep that going. Now, August lessons. So I've stopped calling them failures because nothing's really a failure. What I'm calling them is lessons. So it's only learning experiences here on the FitPro Podcast. The lessons that I've learned is to overbook my interviews. Just book. Get interviews in. And I think I've actioned that because this week I've got a bucket load of interviews to do. Purely because, one, out of necessity, September coming up, I'll be house sitting in a house with very shitty internet, so I need to get a whole lot of interviews done so that the show can keep going on, the show can keep rolling. Get more guests. I feel like in changing the summary, in changing the format of the show by doing a guest me. Not only has it helped me find my groove, but it's also taken away from the initial mission of the page. So either I change the mission to we interview successful fitness professionals as well as get insights on the industry twice a week. I don't think I can keep calling it we interview fitness professionals twice a week because that is not true as of now. So if you feel like I need to get more guests on, let me know. Again, communication is key. Head to Twitter, let me know. And collab more. Now you see this on Facebook, you see this on YouTube, where people, when they want to extend their reach, they collab with other people in the space. So I need to collab more with podcasters, and I think that's going to be one of the keys to massive growth, is collaborating with people that are in the same field, that have podcasts, jumping on their podcasts, letting people know where to find our podcast, so we can build a community. Because I just want a massive community. I just want people to know what this can be. Alright? Now, next episodes. So this month, I think we did really well. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 episodes. So on track, 2 a week. Boom. I'm going to try and get one more out every week as well. But guys, I've got a full-time job. And if you got some ideas that you'd like me to talk about, let me know. Because besides my full-time job, I do this after work every day. And just run out of time. So yeah, let me know, and I'll try and get one more episode out a week. Our goal should be to crack over 10 episodes for September. That's our goal, people. So, episode 24, we'll go backwards. Episode 24, it was train with... Fuck that, we'll start at the bottom. Episode 16, it was the second part of Zach Zeller's interview. The American's practical nutrition coach. Great interview with Zach. Young guy, very motivational. Big things to come from him. I'm working on a piece of literature for him and what he's doing over there on his side of the world. So definitely more collabs in the future with that man. Episode 18, do your own thing with Vuyani Mashego from South Africa. Vuyani, again, great guy. Real down to earth, real chilled, real modest, but he's a beast. He's a beast in the South African fitness scene, and he really does have a way with the people that he works with, and people look up to him, man. And if you want to look up to somebody and you're in that area, I know we've got a lot of African followers now on Facebook. Check this man out, because he will help you get wherever you need to get. The first spitting fire, time will pass anyway. I don't know if it was, it was the first. Time Will Pass Anyway was my first Spitting Fire podcast, and I spoke about how people are too scared to go after their dreams and goals because of the time it might take, but then at the end of the day, they do nothing with that time. So time is the most valuable asset. You can't purchase more of it. You can't you can't get more of it. Everybody's got 24 hours in a day. And your year is going to be a year. It's going to last a year, and whether you do anything in that year or not, the time's going to pass anyway. So I would say capitalize on every moment that you can, that you are awake. Spend it with your family, spend it with your friends, invest in things, and grow yourself, grow your brand. Episode 20 is part 2 of Everything is Coming Together with Vuyani Mashego, where we talk about where he's at with his life, and where he's at with his business, and how everything seems to be coming together. Check it out. Episode 21, Are You a Finished Product? I really was passionate about this one, where, for example, when you're in your teens and then you're in your 20s and you look back on your teens, you go, what the fuck was I doing? I had no idea what I was doing. And then when you're in your 30s and you look back on your 20s, you're like, I'm way smarter now. And then when you're in your 40s and you're in your 30s, you go, I was just still a kid then. So there's always going to be that moment where you go look back and you go, wow, I've grown so much. So why do people seem to insist that after they've gone to school or got a full-time job, they don't want to learn anything more? They're finished, they're done, this is where we're at with our lives. I don't understand that mentality, and I just want to kick people in the ass to get out of that mentality. Episode 22, Train with Neil Duplessis. I got his name right. Neil, take that, I got your name right. Neil and I go way back. We were both personal trainers on the cruise ship, and we both, basically grew up during the training on the cruise ship and came back and went separate ways. He's also from South Africa, like Vuyani. He actually introduced me to Vuyani, but he's got an amazing product himself. Right, he's an online coach. He's a business coach. He helps people basically transform their lives, guys. Check him out. Link below. Spitting Fire, Finding a Mentor, episode 23. Probably one of my favorite episodes so far of Spitting Fire, of the two that have been done. Finding a mentor has been so crucial to my success in the future, in the past and in the future, and currently. I think everybody needs a mentor. Everybody needs somebody to chase. You see it in people that, like Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt is so far ahead of everybody else. There's nobody that he can aspire to be. And you see it in his performances. You see it now. He's not even hitting his record-breaking numbers. Maybe it's age catching up to him. Maybe he's got nobody to chase. I like to think it's a combination of both. And when you find a mentor, you got somebody that's already been where you want to be and accomplished what you want to accomplish, and then you want to sort of do as they've done or do better. Finding a mentor is definitely key. Episode 24, Train with Neil, Part 2. We just continued the interview with Neil Duplessis. I got it right again, Neil. Take that. We have a joke. The first time I did a podcast with Neil, and for the longest time I couldn't pronounce his last name. I used to say Neil Duplessis. Okay, so it's Neil Duplessis from South Africa. And that was part 2. Just a really fun interview, guys. I generally do like the movies do, where it's one for them, one for me. One for them, one for me. What that means is we will have one interview that is for you guys and one interview that's for me, and try and keep it fun. Alright? We're almost there. You still with me? you're still with me. Alright, Facebook questions. Alright, we've reached a new height of what do we call it, fan or listener interaction. We're getting messages on Facebook now, so makes me smile, guys. Sean, the question from Sean was, do you recommend any software for personal trainers to use to manage clients? And I do. The answer is a good scheduling software is a must. I've used a few, and I left links in the description below, one of them being Acuity Scheduling and the other being Timely. It just makes it way more professional. When somebody can log onto their phone and book in with you or pay through an online app, it just makes the process so much more streamlined. It makes you look like you know what you're doing. It makes it run like a business. Treat it like a business, it'll pay you like a business if you're a personal trainer out there. Yeah, just the simple things. So that's the software stuff, but just stuff like direct debits over taking cash. It's just easier to run your finances, as well as, yeah, it just looks better, guys. It looks better. Appearance is everything. And again, online, I'd say scheduling software is the number one thing. It's knowing where your clients are at, knowing when they're going to be there, and keep making it easy for them to either modify or let you know about certain things. Boom! And that was August's summary. Guys, if you are enjoying the Fit Pro podcast as much as I am every single time you listen to it, make sure you head to Facebook, give us a big thumbs up, and make sure you head to fitpropodcast.com, sign up if you would like to get notified every time a new episode comes out. Oh shit, I didn't mention the biggest thing in my eyes. We made it to Google Play Music for our podcast. So if you're in Canada or America, you can capitalize on that. It's just a slightly more streamlined experience for a podcast. We're also on iTunes. We're also on Stitcher Radio. We're also on TuneIn. We are everywhere. Head to fitpropodcast.com if you want to check out the podcast from your computer at work, or just log onto your phone and listen to this experience. Guys, I love this. I love everything about podcasting. I love all of you guys. This is going to keep going. We are going to keep moving. I will see you in the next episode 26, because this is 25. Shit. Episode 26, we'll have a new guest on. If you got anything else, let me know on Facebook, FitPro Podcast. Otherwise, we are out. Peace. Catch you on the next one.